All Tesla factories, a side-by-side progress for the almost end of August. I'm Brian. Welcome to my Tesla Weekend. Starting in Shanghai, we can see the utility building at the northwest corner humming right along. The walls are closing off. We're not sure what goes in here, but it is an extension of this, the utility building. And look at just how many pipes and whatnot connect it to the main building. There's a lot of capacity in here. And in Shanghai time, this will probably be done about 4 weeks, I'd say. The northwest extension is done-ish. And there's not much else to note except that in the southwest corner, the cooling towers, well, every single one of those fans is in motion, indicating that the plant is running near capacity. It was pointed out to me that there are various AHUs, air handling units inside, that can increase the capacity for these to exchange cold air to the outside. So, at the very least, things are going quite well, if not at full speed. In Berlin, well, at the north, they're still piling. Slow and steady, I guess, wins that race. One thing I did notice is near the solar panels over the General Assembly building, maybe it's Body in White building maybe, they have a lot of roof mounts that are not in use. All these racks could be used for something in the future, suggesting that there is still a lot of capacity to build out at Giga Shanghai before expanding the footprint, which we kind of knew. At the south of the building, there is a ton of new art going up. 2 more murals in the works. I just love this trend. I hope to see it expand to other factories, because it's just kind of cool. There is mobility parking that's been added to the parking lot. The big news down there is the road widening. It is getting real wide, which of course means the retention wall is getting bigger too. And interestingly, the central area has been a bit gutted for rework. Not sure what that's about. The pad along the central corridor there, in between the motorworks and the main building, has finally been paved. Been looking at rebar there for about a month. Around the Motorworks building, there's a lot more pavement that's been put in. And over by the 4680 building, they've been paving around the loading docks. So that's getting real close to finalized, at least on the outside. The retention pond has got some new contours, making it quite serious in time for the fall. And in the northeast, in that little loading lot, it's got new light poles in, and more pavement done. That's all quite good. In Texas, there's quite a bit more going on than you might have thought. In the southeast corner of the building, they're putting in more loading docks, as you can see. And the southwest corner has chargers that were put in maybe a month ago that are finally in use. And at the southwest, they're cutting in yet more loading docks. And just to the north of that, more loading docks are getting their leveling platforms put in. We always wondered why they didn't have much in terms of loading docks, and they even corked some of them late in the game. Yeah, they need more loading docks. And of course, what would a week at Giga Texas be without another chunk of parking being torn up for rework? Interesting. The asphalt at the south end of the parking lot has gotten complete and striped and painted, and there's a helicopter landing pad now. That's fun. That big hill just to the south of it is no longer big. It is a ever-shrinking pile of dirt. And just by that, a little bit to the east, they're grading more. Maybe they're going to expand the warehouse on wheels, but really they're just kind of running out of level ground on which to put stuff. So the cathode building, it's got its roof insulation put on with some of the concrete sprayed over that, so it'll have a very rigid structure upon completion. More of the floors have gotten paved, cemented, concreted in, and there's more going on there. If you want to see more about that, I have a whole series tracking just the cathode building. You can watch that. At the north end by the highway, the substation is getting real close. They've finished putting in the drain work. They started putting in some foundation pads for the transformers and whatnot to rest upon. And then it rained, and they kind of had to pause, but it's still going just fine. And the rooftop solar is just inching along. Joe Tenkmeyer estimates there will be 70,000 panels upon completion. He has that on good authority, meaning there's only about 50,000 left to go. So let's not spend too much time trying to predict when that's going to finish, but I'm going to say it's going to be a year. So what did I miss or misunderstand? Leave me all your thoughts, your wisdom, your blind and brilliance in them comments below. Stay tuned, stay juicy, all that good stuff. And of course, a massive thank you to my patrons, without whom this channel would not exist. Made a video recently explaining the financial aspect of the channel. It's challenging, but it's fun, and I love doing it. So let me know, what did I miss? What did I misunderstand? All that good stuff. And I can't wait to hear from you, clever robots. Maybe at Fully Charged Live in San Diego.